Suppose you invest $5,500 in an account that earns 6% simple interest annually. Use this information to complete the table below. Round to the nearest cent as needed. So the goal of this problem is to take a table sheet, like a balance sheet, and look at what happens to an account if you're earning simple interest on that account. Now, what is the definition of simple interest? By definition, simple interest is interest earned on principal only, okay? And our principal is our starting balance, right? And so on a simple interest account, you will always be earning interest only on your starting principal or your starting balance. Now that makes our interest column really easy to calculate. The interest, do you remember our formula for interest? Interest is principal times rate times time. So if we have a starting balance of $5,500, well, $5,500, that represents our principal. So interest is $5,500. And our rate, well, that's easy to see. That's 6%. And 6% is 6 divided by 100, or if we like, move our decimal 2 places to the left. And so 6% is really converted into the decimal 0.06, or 6/100. And our time is how often we get that interest accruing, and it says we're accruing it annually, right? You see year 1, and then we have a new balance. Year 2, we have a new balance. So we're accruing it annually. And so the time for this simple interest is 1 year. So what is the interest? Interest is $5,500 times 0.06 times 1. And when you pull out your calculator, you should get and agree with what they have listed in the second column, which is $330. Now, in a simple interest account, interest always is based on the original principal. And so that original principal will always be $5,500 because that's what we put into our account to originally invest. And so the interest every single year is going to be the same. It's $330. So in that second column, every year you're just accruing the same interest, $330. This is because, again, we're in a simple interest situation, a simple interest account. Now, how do we get that ending balance? In our third column, it says ending balance. So at the end of the first year, what are we doing? To get the ending balance, we're saying, okay, we're going to take our principal and we're going to add to it the interest we earn throughout the year. And that's going to tell us what our ending balance is for the account. In other words, we're going to add that first column amount to our second column amount, and that gives us the third column amount. Check and see if you take $5,500 and add to it $330, you should get $5,830. I'm stumbling over my words.